Hey everyone that is joining on the comment replay. I am going live on all my device, on all my platforms at once. That's what I do. Every Wednesday, I go live on each one of my platforms. So, yeah. Let me go over here and share this over here on the TT land over here, just to see if I can get somebody. Da, 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 da. And because y'all, tonight I want to talk about it. I am going to be doing a one of the platforms drop. Okay, let me. That's good. There's something over here on my um on my streaming platform. But thank you everyone that's coming in. Thank you for joining the live. Like I say, every Wednesday I go live at 7:30 Central Standard Time. And tonight, y'all, I don't have any notes, so I'm just gonna be talking about a different topics. But one of the topics that I'm gonna be talking about tonight is the topic that is going around on social media right now, because y'all know uh, I help women rebuild and all that good jazz. But thank you everyone that's joining. One of the things that I want to talk about tonight, and I'm actually going to be doing a reaction video on my YouTube video. And thank you, Yellow 504. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be doing this. That's what I've been doing. I did my first reaction video on my YouTube channel last week. Yeah, last week. So I'm gonna start doing that because listen, there's a lot that be going on these social streets and this internet, and a lot of women being misled, especially by a lot of these women that have never been married, have never, um, man, they just, I don't know what what they come up with their logic, but they just come out here and just spew all kind of foolishness. We first had the lady, the Bryant lady, the she was Dr. Bryan or what have you. She was out here, and you know what? I gotta really talk about that one because she actually had a lady that I was in close proximity with. And this lady she is a business owner. She is very successful. She is in real estate. And this lady was actually she was engaged to get married. And she had Dr. I don't even call her because the lady ain't no doctor, so I don't know what to call her. But I'm going to say Brian. Cheyenne Brian had, you know, she had sessions with her. And then lo and behold, after the sessions that she had with, Cheyenne Brian, next thing I know, she wasn't getting married anymore. And it seemed like the lady, thank you sis, thank you for joining, thank you for the heart meet. Seemed like, her and the guy had some good chemistry or whatnot or what have you. And I don't know exactly what all went on in the background because I was a part of her community, because if anybody knows, I was in real estate as well. And that's, anyway, I ain't gonna go down that long story. I just want to tell y'all, she was about to get married to this gentleman, and it seemed like they had, a really good relationship or what have you. But that's why I say when women seek advice and seek counsel from unqualified people, especially women that has never been married. Like, I don't care what you say. I say that with my whole chest. People be like, "Oh, you don't have to be married to give marriage advice or whatever." The devil is a lie. Like, what? So that means if I say that, that means okay, I'm gonna go and um learn how to cook from somebody that don't even know how to cook. Make it make sense to me. I don't understand how you would get marriage advice, marriage wise counsel for somebody that has never walked that walk before. Taking Yes, taking their advice could be problematic. That's just like if a married woman, if you have single friends and you go to your single friends and asking your single friends, "Oh, my husband doing such and such and such. Man, what should I do?" How they gonna give you advice? They ain't married. They are not married, so they can't give you no advice. All they gonna be like, "Oh, girl, I wouldn't be doing this. Or I wouldn't tolerate this. I wouldn't tolerate that." And yeah, that's why you still single now. Because all the stuff you saying you ain't gonna tolerate and you ain't gonna do and you ain't gonna do this and you just don't understand that these people on social media have marriage looking like it's some type of some of them have it look like it's some type of trophy or they just a badge that they want and it's just to check off their list and they don't know the true essence of what marriage is. They don't understand the true essence of marriage. The true essence is partnership. It's sacrifice. You are a helpmeet. He is a provider. He's a protector. He's supposed. It's just like you can't. And then and that covenant of marriage, you cannot allow everybody to come into that anyway. That's just why God was saying with the lady that I know that she allowed the lady the Bryant lady to get her out from being going down the aisle or whatever. Maybe it was a good thing, maybe it's not, but my thing solely is this: how are you going to take advice from someone that never had to sacrifice, that never went walk that walk? And people's like, some people's like, oh, she got a degree in family and marriage and all this other stuff. Baby, uh, not to down talk nobody degree or nothing like that, but a degree and experience ain't the same. And I done spoke about that before on my lives when I say before when I was in banking, when I got all the way up to the management position and people was like, how did you get to this position and you ain't got you don't have no degree? Baby, I got experience. Now, you have for certain fields and everything, you do have to have a degree. And I'm not, like I said, I ain't discount nobody's degree. But when it comes down to it, experience or a degree. And most of the times, and I haven't been in the work field arena in a minute, but I know most of back then they were taking, and even now, when you go and you have a job application or whatever, they're gonna ask you okay, do you have a degree or how many comparable experience, work experience do you have? Because that counts too. Because they know experience can outweigh that. Thank you for liking the live, sis. Thank you. You know, a lot of people get that part twisted, and that's the I don't need you. Mm-mm. So I say all that to say these. It's a lady on IG. She call it internetables. These internetables is something else. These social media streets are something else. You hear me? And anybody can be anyone they want to be on these internetable streets. That's why I was like, God, I don't want to be. You know what? But you know, yeah. I say this, and I say it to Blue in the face. We have to have our personal, intimate relationship with God right. First and foremost, we got to get our wisdom up, our discernment up, because even anything that I say on my platform, anything I tell you, I always would say, take it back to God. I even have, like, people in my circle and my friends and my sisters now. I tell them, hey, this is, what I feel, or this is what, but pray on that and take it back to God. Okay? Because people will lead you astray. Anybody can be anywhere, anybody on these internetable streets, these social streets. They can, in a word of possibility, you could be anybody you want to be. That's why a lot of people get deceived a lot. And now people are calling it a trust recession out here on these social media streets. But no, it's because people have gotten on here on these internetable streets and with this lifestyle stuff and having you believe all this, because people, y'all want to get sold to. I've been out here like for a minute, like trying to help women and everything, heal and then go to the next level. But no, nobody want the that healing piece. Everybody want to be sold to. Everybody want to, and that's what these marketers out here. Ooh, when I see them, I be like, ooh, they about to sell. They It's the art of marketing, and that's what and the people in the gift of gab that these people have learned to have. Okay, so tonight, y'all. That was my brief intermission or intro or whatever. But tonight, y'all, just like I said, you could be anybody you want to be on these internet streets. I want to talk about. I don't know if any of y'all have seen the news. It's all over the place, all on socials now, with the Yada guy. Oh Lord, yeah. The who have heard about the Yada guy? That he over there, he feeding the women, with, oh, a man's supposed to do this and do that for you, and he's supposed to give you all this money and give you all of that and give you all of this and give you, yeah. I don't know what kind of game, what's going on, but just like him, and he is being whoever he want to be, because one thing about it, y'all, as a woman who have went through things, who have, I know the signs of things. Every time he got on online and was like bigging up his wife and all that, I was like, yeah, that's cute and all, but something ain't right about this dude. Something not right about this dude. Even with the whole Derek Jackson situation, that was another thing. I was like, why this guy always in his car? Something ain't right about this stuff. At a time, you start like I said, when you went through to some things and you didn't have really sat with God and God opened up your eyes of discernment and everything. You see things differently. Even just not even with the guys, even with the women. I see like when I first came across Brian, and it was another one that I was gonna talk about. Mm, yeah, Kendra G, her too. I was like, something, but yeah, it has came out that he has been, you know, abusive to his wife. All the one that he put all, they had, you know, 4 or 5 kids, and she is at a point where now it's like she's kind of embarrassed because she has really went with the whole narrative or whatever the case may be, or I don't know. Like I say, any on these social, yeah, I saw her speaking of. You saw what says, girl, and everybody can make. They will on the internet. They will only show you what they want you to see. That's why even way before that, I put a post on my page because I was the same way when I was last married. Nobody didn't even know all the stuff that I was going through. I didn't make it public. I didn't broadcast. I didn't just tell people that, oh, like that dude. He was like very braggadocious. It's sad, but you really can't believe everything. You can't. You can't believe everything you see and listen. You can't because I just knew that something was not right about that whole situation of how he would dog other men and all of that. I was like, oh wow. But okay, let's see what this guy. And then um, when he went on, him and that Antoine Daniels guy went on Harley Initiated. It's a podcast, and they was going head to head or whatnot. And I just looked at both of them. I said, both of these dudes ain't what they say they are. Both of them are like, yeah, like I said, I could see through. I could see through the foolishness. I can really see it. Thank you, everyone that's coming in. Everyone is joining. I appreciate everybody that's coming in. If I don't see you coming in, I just know I appreciate y'all coming in. But yeah, I just was like, you love Harley? Yes, I love that. It's they have did something different now. I haven't watched the podcast in a minute, but I just say I looked at them. I was like, both of these gentlemen are up here talking about uh, it was just like on you could tell both of them are abusive, and abusive don't always have to be physically putting your hands on somebody. You could be emotionally abusive. You could be mentally abusive. There are different type of abuse out there. Verbal abuse, and whereas people didn't know at the time that um, Yada was being abusive to his wife, I could tell that something wasn't going on with him. But then I could also tell that in the sense that Antoine, he is um, emotional, emotional and verbally abusive, and probably financial abusive to his wife. And people can, say what they want, but what I get from that, because of the simple fact that he got from Clinton. Okay. I could see that because he is the type of person, just how he was talking, I could tell, like he overtalks her. He doesn't let her do too much decision making, because he even said himself, "Oh, she ain't going nowhere. I ain't, and it's things put in place for what I'm sure that he's doing to make sure that she doesn't go nowhere. And part of that is being financially abusive, making sure that she can't go nowhere. He's gonna control all the money. So I say all that to say that we don't know what's going on in these people, in these people's, lives, or whatever they got going on. They only show us, uh, they only show us certain things. Again, you could be whatever you want to be. Oh goodness, it in moderation. Okay, yeah, my streaming stuff it's really showing my background now. But like I say, we have to be careful with who we listen to on these internet streets. Even me, like I say, whatever I might say, take it back to God. Take it back to Him. We can't believe everything that's going on. And then, like this, she has came out and, with a black eye, and, now she's, moving out the house or what have you. But, he said that, that's her house and all this and the third. Like, it's just a lot to, and telling how much, hold on, let me see. I'm trying to see what's going on here. Um, he is, he didn't, I'm sure he has whatever he was saying about, having her giving her 250,000 in a bank account that he don't have access to. Child, that was all a facade. Okay, all a facade. So I just want y'all to know, like, y'all, hold on. I'm trying to see what's going on over here on my other platform on YouTube. But be careful who you listen to out here on these social streets, because just like with Yada, he was being very manipulative. He's abusive. He was being abusive, as we see now. And another thing, what threw me off too, y'all, as well, because I had heard about him being poly, but when he confirmed it, when he did that hardly initiated podcast interview, when him and Anton was up there going back and forth, he was like, "Yeah, I do got another wife in Africa." I was like, "Oh, mm, mm, mm. Yep, mm. Who?" Yada, he's poly. He has another wife in Africa, and then like he have he has put posts up uh not too long ago, yesterday or whatever the case would be. Oh yeah, he I think he posted her maybe once, maybe twice, but yeah, he has another wife and he has a kid with that wife as well. You know, so it's just like, but I don't even think he is like, cause I think I don't know what his religion is, cause I don't even I don't know if he's considered himself Christian or Muslim or whatever the case or hybrid. Honey, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but y'all, I just know. Oh, let me see. Yeah, hold on. Um, but but I just say anybody can be whoever they want to be on these social media streets. And for the most part, I really would hope that she um and I'm trying to, because I've been doing my little research, but I'm not trying to really like, you know, say anything bad about her. But I'm sure she was just, playing along with the whole narrative of what he was, wanting everybody to you know about them. So like, and when I say that, I say this because the whole narrative about her, having businesses and having that, I wonder, is that true? Um, because if she does have businesses, if she does do know how to trade and everything, then she will be able to um, pick up where she left, pick up the pieces, if you will. But that's another thing, like I tell everybody, that we also have to be careful because when we go through something like that, go through a breakup or a separation and things like that, a divorce, we have to get our mind right, because that's why I was telling y'all I was out here trying to give the healing piece of it, because if you are not in a good mind frame, or even you're not going to, it's not going to pan out well, if you will. It will not, you won't be able to, you're gonna, you need to heal, because you're gonna be trying to rebuild, or uh, the same broken person you was, but you need to heal and get away from the person that you was, the person that attracted that, the person that accepted that type of, treatment and behavior. We don't want that same person. So that's why it's so important to heal and become a, and especially heal with God and become the person that He wants you to be. So you don't, you have discernment, you have wisdom, you have knowledge from Him, so you won't be falling for the okie doke. You won't be falling for the, the abusive men, the emotionally unavailable men. You won't be falling for these men that's trying to just perform and not be who they truly are. Because it's a lot of men that will perform, and they want to perform, and they want to show people that they are this and they are that, just so for everybody else. And like, for example, my ex wanted everybody on the outside to think that it was peaches and cream. It was just, he was just the best person ever. But that was far from the truth. Even to the fact he had one of his friends saying, "Oh, Trish, I wish, you know, I could get, flowers and get this for, my wife, because I see how, you know, um, XYZ does give you." No, and had to tell him, no, do not compare yourself to somebody else. What you see on the outside, trust me, is not what it is on the inside. You do what you do for your wife, because I'm sure she is happy with however you are, you know, however you are showing up for her. And if she's not, that's the conversation you need to have with her and talk to her about. Do not become a performance. Men, do not be a performer. Because at the end of the day, doesn't mean anything like, yeah, it's just for show. It's just for show. And I could sit here and tell you that real talk is just for show. Because I put on a show for years as well. She said, I think the Yada wife, they've been together for 8 years or whatnot, or married 8 years or something like that. And for 8 years, yeah, a show was made. A show, a show, a show. Just like I had I would say the first year, maybe year and a half, two was okay. Um, mm, with my last marriage, but baby, the rest was a show. And the thing is, too, y'all, um, everybody, it's not everyone's business to know what is going on in your marriage, because it's really not. But when you get wise counsel, or to when you seek wise counsel, you seek therapy, that's who needs to know what's going on and the things, and if it can be saved or salvaged, because at the end of the day, um at the end of the day, it is not um healthy for you to stay in something that is number one, that's not of God. Because if you gotta do a whole bunch of I say that with my whole chest, don't listen to none of these Pharisees saying you gotta stay in that marriage and stick it out, da 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 da. Because 9 times out of 10, things are happening so you can get out. God will make provisions. God will make a way for you to get out of that thing. And if you, a lot of people, some people have, you know, met their demise because they have stayed in marriages that they should have never stayed in. God does not like divorce, for sure. However, a lot of these marriages, God ain't nowhere near it. And I'm going to always say that, because it's true. Because my Bible says what God puts together, let no man separate. And God is not putting, yeah, it's so sad. God is not putting together a lot of these marriages. people are putting these marriages together themselves and then wondering why they're going through hell. It's because you went out of order. Trust me. I know that. I know. I went out of order. Absolutely happy to see you doing it. Hey Gary, thank you for coming over here. I had to figure out how to look at the find the comments over here on YouTube. Thank you for coming in. It didn't. My background is all messy, so don't pay attention to it. But yeah, it's a lot of people out here that is, they are just faking the phone. And listen, me, myself, and I will never ever fake the phone again. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. It gotta be from God, because I'm like, ain't doing that no more. Cause whew, but God told me. Anyway, I done said that story enough. So yeah. Anyway, but we have to watch. 'Cause we have to watch who we talk about, who we listen to on these social streets, because every all the men didn't like that dude yada anyway. A lot of people did not like him because they knew he was what they call it, pandering or whatever. They knew what he was doing and how he was trying to, get on the woman's side and do all this and the third. Which, and ladies, we need to stop being so gullible and just, taking these people, especially these men that talk about, I'm going to give you the game. What? Why? Like it's a one over here on TT. He like, yes, I'm gonna tell you, what a man thinks and what, because you don't, just because you, now this is one thing, just because you are a man, and just like I'm a woman, I don't know what all women thinks. I only know you know what I how I feel, my opinions on things, and I know how other Christian women, we think and things of that nature. But all men are not the same, just like all women are not the same. So for him to be on here, because he said, he was like, oh, I'm gonna tell you how a man think and how this and how that, which is cool to have a man point of view. I'm not taking away from that, but oh, thank you, Coach T. Thank you for coming and stopping in over here. But that's not how all men think. Just like with me, certain things that I think, how I feel about things, some certain women don't. They like one day when I was up in here, point blank, I was telling women how you know we supposed to be submissive, and we supposed to, the man is supposed to be the head, and we have to submit to our husbands and this and that. And some women didn't. They came in. They wasn't agreeing with me with that. That wasn't in their shoes, to the point they left. They were like, you don't know, I'm gone. I'm like, okay, well that's. I'm just telling you, because if you have any inkling that you don't want, the man that you have chosen, well, you shouldn't choose, you should wait on God. But anyway, if this man that you are being with, if you feel like you can't trust him to lead, then why you with him? Did you go to God with him? If you can't trust this man to lead, why is you with with him? If you can't trust him to lead you and guide you, if he ain't submitted to God, then that's number one. Your ex Number one, because that's another thing. We can't be out here submitting to everybody. The man submit to God, and we submit to the husband. But baby, them ladies that wasn't agreeing with in agreement with them, and them was some new ladies that had came into my life, and I appreciate them stopping by, but they just, cause I had one lady was like, what she say in the comments? She was like, yeah, it's supposed to be, um, oh, I can't remember exactly what she said, but basically to the point where she was like, they supposed to submit to us too, and I'm like, wait a minute, yeah, it just was the whole. I was just like, okay, okay, I'm gonna let you, I'm gonna let you have that because it is. We are supposed to. It's a, um, it's a partnership. It's we supposed to be the help me in all this, and he's supposed to wash us with the right word. He's supposed to cover us and protect us. That is what the husbands should do. So we can, we wouldn't have no problem submitting. But it's just, y'all, it's, oh, I don't want to, ruffle no feathers, but I'm gonna talk about it. They're not gonna, because if you want to, I can go, baby. I can go to the Bible, honey. We can go to Ephesians right now. Ephesians 5, and I'll tell you exactly what it says. So y'all, nobody can say, "Oh, you just no, 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 no." Hold on, y'all. Let me put my glasses on because my eyes bad. But this is instructions for the Christian household, and this is the NIV version. Okay, I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna take you to church. I'm gonna take you to the Word. Okay, I'm gonna take you to the Word. Okay, so this is what it says in Ephesians 5, starting at verse 21. Hold on, yeah, I need some more. I need some more light on this here. Yeah, my mama told me that when you get older, your eyes get bad, and you gonna need the light. And baby, I need light every time. I need let that be light, okay? But it says, submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. We do. That is true. Submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. Wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands as you do to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body, of which he is the Savior. Now, as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit to their husbands in everything. Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, to make her holy, cleansing her by the washing with water through the word, and to present her to himself as a radiant church without stain or wrinkle or any other blemish, but holy and blameless. In in this same hold on y'all in this same way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. After all, no one ever hated their own body, but they fed and cared for their bodies just as Christ does the church. So, yeah, that is what it said. We got to submit to our husbands, and we have to come together. It's a partner, and I said that already. It's a partnership because we're supposed to come. Games that take us to church. It's a partnership, y'all. We are the helpmeet. He is the head. I wasn't making anything up. when my sisters came through and they just like, okay, we about to sped up out of here because we know y'all listen to what social media is telling y'all. You listen to, you know, oh, he's supposed to have all this type of money, all that type of money. He's supposed to, you know, um, take me here. He's supposed to pay my bills. He's supposed to. Who said that? That and he, I'm saying without him being your husband. You got people out here like, yeah, this your man, this dude's supposed to be paying all your bills and doing all this and all of that. No, no, Sway. That man ain't supposed to pay your bills. You supposed to pay your own bills. If that man want to do something for you, let him do it for you out of the kindness of his own heart. But don't demand a man to pay your bills, take you on vacation, and take you to, because if y'all going on vacation together and all that is probably some other stuff that's happening that shouldn't be happening. You know what I'm saying? But listen, no, no, that's complete out of order. I agree. Yeah, uh, you supposed to be able to take care of your own self, yourself. You are until your husband come along. God is taking care of you. God is your husband. He's taking care of you. Abba Father is taking care of you. Not none of these men, because then y'all gonna wanna, like I seen over here people getting flued out or whatever. All these horror stories with these women going letting these men fly them out and all that, and then having the nerve to think that the man ain't gonna want nothing in return. What planet you on? You think this man gonna spend his hard earned money flying you out to wherever he might be at, and when you get there, he just want to look at you and be like, "Hey, I just want to look at you, and I just want to take you shopping. I want to just do all this and that for you, and just cause you a woman, just cause I just want to have you on my women. Cut the delusion. A man ain't gonna do nothing for you just because. Especially if y'all don't know each other like that, and you just, you know, come on now, come on now, you tell us what you. Yes, girl, like, bro, you gonna fly, fly a chick out and be like, yeah, we go. I'm just gonna look at you, and then everyone be wondering why that. Cause I looked at this other YouTuber. His name, what it looked like TV. He be doing a lot of reactions and stuff too to these different things, you know, on these sociables, internetables. And I'm like, he did a one on that, like this man, he picked her up at the airport, this chick, and was like, "Oh, well, you know, we're gonna go to we about to go to the hotel." She's like, "Go to the hotel. I wanna go with my friends. I wanna do this and I wanna do that." And then and he was like, "What? So you on what you want?" And the dude was like, he had loaded her bags in the car. Then he politely took all her bags out of his trunk and said, "No, you staying here. You going back to where you came from." And he messed around and he canceled her return flight. So she just was because he was like, "Okay, so you ain't trying to get down, so I ain't." So who? Nah. I don't receive. You said Gary said you don't receive that. Huh? Listen, it's a lot of ones I hear that is a lot of women in delusional land, and that is one thing about the reason why they are out here single and all of that. Like, and I'm trying to tell ya, hey Sid, hey girls, thank you for coming in over there on IG. I see you. But it's like, get out the Delulu. This man ain't flying you out so he can look at your toes, baby. He wants you to get off of that stuff. Yeah, it happens so frequently. Like, I have that guy. When I look at that, what it looked like TV, he had a whole um compilation of it, like different girls, different chicks getting flued out and thinking that it's just cute to get flown out, and they not gonna, the man ain't gonna want nothing in return. Mm-mm. Baby, listen, I I don't expect the man to do anything for me. If they do something, especially a man that's not my husband, if they do something for me out of the kindness of their heart, or they give me a gift, or what have you, that's fine. But am I, looking for my, or am I wanting to make him do that? Y'all can't be listening to these women that never been married out here telling you this delusional mess. You can't be listening to them. Oh, hey, see, you came over here on TikTok. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate you. But you can't be thinking that they gonna be just want to look at you. But we let these people, especially this one on IG, this lady telling people how, oh, this he not a provider if he doesn't live in, if he have you living in this type of house, he's not a provider. If he have you living in this house, he's a provider. So it's just like based off of what house he in, that he's a provider, and he not. It's just a whole bunch of this foolishness. People is just on this internet, and it's just like, whew. And that's why I am going to be putting that reaction video for the Yada situation, because thank you for the heart, me sis, because he was the king panderer of them all. What he wanted to tell people, all this and the third, even with the old buddy Derek Jackson, he was treating his wife wrong too, but he was acting like he was a whole different person on this internet. And women, we be eating stuff up. We be delulu. You gotta get to have discernment. These guys, they want to tell you this and tell you that, and it's like, okay, so where your wife at? Or where you know, why you want to out here want to uh say the world, if you will. Trying to save. I want out here trying to save my sisters and my nieces or whatever you want to call. It's like, okay, what your motive is? Yeah, I'm just saying, I have been through some things, but I praise God that it has not turned me bitter, because at the end of the day, I still know that I do have a heart, and I can, because I can be, you know, moving forward, get into another relationship and be healthy and happy with it. Um, because at first, when with you know me, I wasn't happy. I didn't want to be with any. Want to be with no more men. I didn't want to deal with the men folk at all. I was like, oh no, cause I done got took through there. That's why I don't like that song. Take me through there. Take me through there. No, don't take me. When that song first came out, I was like, oh no, I don't take. I don't like that at all. Cause I don't. As a person that has been took through there around, I don't want to be took through there. I don't want to be taken around there. I don't even go by there. No, no. But God, with God, like I tell y'all, you have to heal, be healed with God because God will. Yes, I you don't either, sis. I'm telling you, I don't. I don't want to be taken through there, around there, by there, any of that. Y'all can have all of that. I don't even when I hear that because I don't listen to like a circle music now a lot of I listen to time, but if I see that on mainly on TikTok or whatever, I be swipe swipe. I don't want to hear that song. I don't want to hear it because I don't want to be took through there at all. But yeah, so I just wanted to come on here tonight real quick and just, talk about that. I'm going to go into a more in depth reaction to the whole Yada situation. Uh, him and his wife, and I just pray that she seek you know seek God and get healed the healing that she needs to get because coming going through um, a divorce it's not you know and then especially if like abuse have been involved and all that you have to really heal get get healing from that because you it's not just going to be for you in the long run with other romantic relationships. It's also going to be for any other type of relationship you have as well, not just romantic relationship with anyone. It's going to help getting healed. It's going to help with that too, because once you go through things, you end up taking stuff out on uh, everybody around you. You can tend to take things out on. So just so healing is very, very, very vital and very important. And it's not just a one time thing. It's not just something that you're gonna do. It's healing is a continuing process. It's a continuing process, and then you have to get to a point where you are able to open up and let somebody else in to, your circle, and you know that takes time. Like I tell anybody, um, you can't just jump in from one relationship to another. I could have, if I wanted to, I could have been and had a body. People, every they. I just don't like when people just do that because it doesn't make it fair to that next person either. But I could have been and had a body and been with somebody else. But no, I am strategically taking these. I've strategically taken these almost 3 years to work on myself and to heal. So I know that I'm not going to take anybody else that's not um, doing have done the work because I'm God has for me. He has for me, and I know God knows what He's doing. So He ain't gonna bring nobody half baked. Okay, and the same for you. He ain't gonna bring you nobody that's half baked. That's why a lot of these marriages out here is not. It's just people rushing into things, just wanting to check out a box and not knowing how bad that is. Just to be trying to just be with somebody just to because you lonely, number one, or just to check off a box just to make it look good on the outside. No, I'm not gonna be with somebody just to for looks to make. Cause no, I no. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, y'all, I've been on here for an hour now, so that is my hour. I do have to cook, so I know I'm cooking kind of late, but because yeah, I don't know. I was outside in them streets early a little bit, so I'm I'm getting a late start. So, but yeah, I appreciate y'all coming in, spending this time with me. Like I said, y'all could be anywhere in the world. Well, on these internetable streets, anywhere in the world. But y'all came on my little corner of the social media internetables streets, and I sure appreciate y'all for coming by and supporting. I really do, and I am going to be dropping that YouTube video probably, if not tonight, probably tomorrow, with more information in depth, because I want y'all to engage on my YouTube. Y'all get y'all over there. But all right, y'all. So I will talk to y'all next Wednesday. That is my time. So let me get off of here so I can go and cook. And yeah. All right, y'all. So until next time, y'all. Y'all are not broken. You're just being purposely rebuilt. Y'all be blessed. Bye.